Hello everyone, welcome back to the Eyes Military Channel. You said that only military jet pilots can explain it correctly today, but soon, thanks to a revolutionary new aircraft with silencers that can silence thunder, every American can have the superpower to fly faster than the speed of sound, just like everyone did decades ago. That's when the US-China feud started to heat up, when technological advancement was the only way to survive in a time of great pleasure on one side and unforgivable displeasure on the other. When supersonic flight was banned, breaking the sound barrier was always a technological marvel. Flying at high speed meant the world was really small. Every corner of the world could be reached in a few hours. Travel time could be cut in half, and so on. It was impressive, but behind all these impressive things, there was something unforgivable. Supersonic flight was very loud enough to produce a sonic boom capable of shattering every normal window around you on a smaller plane. Like a fighter jet, the sonic boom was not that big, not that strong. So it could be forgiven because it was barely felt on the ground on a larger plane like a passenger plane. That was a completely different story. Fortunately, no commercial plane had ever tried to reach supersonic speeds, so everyone was happy. Then everything changed with the Concorde. The Concorde was a commercial plane that dared to do the impossible, carrying thousands of civilians, 128 people at once. With supersonic speed forever to use, the term clearly failed in this case, but not until a series of very dramatic events and some impressive efforts by its manufacturer produced by a team from France and England, Concorde powered by 4 Rolls-Royce turbojets, SNMA Olympus 593, each producing up to 38,000 thrust 50 lb, so that the aircraft could cruise at twice the speed of sound and reach the outer space at an altitude of 60,000 feet. This capability had previously been reserved for relatively compact military fighter jets. This was not the only thing that Concorde had in common with military jets. It was also the first civilian aircraft to be equipped with analog wired flight controls. It cut transportation time by 50%. People were moving faster than ever before. But all this was not enough. The sonic boom produced by Concorde was so disturbing that it could be mistaken for an explosion or thunder. The force of the boom rattled windows and loosened roof tiles. Needless to say, people on the ground did not like Concorde. There were protests in countries around the world against the plane flying in their airspace. As a result, the Concorde was banned in Malaysia, India, Canada, Ireland, the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, West Germany, and even partially banned in the US in countries where the Concorde could fly. The Concorde was only allowed to fly over water and not over land. The fastest and perhaps most iconic passenger plane in history was just flat out rejected by the world in 2003. A Concorde made a flight into Bristol-Filton Airport in England. It was the last flight ever recorded by the plane. With the completion of that flight, everyone's hopes in the military of flying at supersonic speeds were essentially dashed and would remain so for decades, until today, the successor to the Concorde has emerged and promises to do one thing. Quest 59 focused on providing data to regulators on commercial supersonic flight. Using data from the Quest regulators, will be able to reconsider the rule banning commercial supersonic flight over land. The data in question here primarily revolves around silencing the sonic boom inherent in supersonic flight. The Quest is being developed by the division locked Martin's world-famous Skunk Works 4.